Hi everyone, John Sedgwick here with another edition of PDQPD. Today I want to introduce you to a YouTube feature that can give you and your students a lot of flexibility when watching videos. Now I watch a lot of instructional videos and webcasts, and often the pace of the video doesn't match what I need. The brain can comprehend the spoken word faster than a normal person speaks, so you might find that when you're listening to someone your mind wanders. In fact, that might be happening to you right now. The opposite is true when you're watching someone demonstrate a process. The presenter might do or say something and they do it pretty quickly and you didn't quite catch what's going on, so you might have the need to slow it down. Well, fortunately, there's a feature in the YouTube settings that allows you to adjust the speed of the video to suit your needs. Now I'm going to go to the screen here and I have up one of Matt Miller's virtual sessions where he talks to different people and then publishes those as a professional development. And the one I'm in the middle of right now is Ken Shelton. Some of you may remember him from our eLead keynote. First thing I'm going to do is just play a little bit of this for you so you can see what the normal pace is.
A degree of relevance, because in the end, if you're doing the same thing now that existed, for example, when I was in school, then technically you're not relevant. And I know some educators don't like hearing.
Okay, and that gives you an idea of what his voice sounds like at normal speed. Now I'm going to go into the settings gear and you can see there's a setting for speed. I'm going to click the arrow and it gives me options from taking it all the way down to a quarter speed or all the way up to double speed. Now let me just kind of click through these to give you an idea what this sounds like. So you heard the normal. Here is at 1 1/4 speed.
And it's like, when I say that, it's not a function of me trying to create, hostility or contention. It's
So you might hear just a little bit of a speeding up, but when you're listening to a longer video, that will save you a quarter of the time because it's going a quarter faster than it normally would. Now, obviously, if I cranked it up a little bit more, you'll start to hear the difference a little bit more. Let's go up to 1.75.
you want to be aware of the impact of what you're doing. And a lot of times teachers, schools, school districts have systems in place that are what I call status quo legacy systems. And
now, typically when I watch a video or when I listen to a book online, I tend to keep it at around 1 1/4 or 1.35 if that setting is available. That's about my comfort zone. Now, you may want it faster or slower. Now, the opposite is true, and I know as a musician, if I'm watching someone play something and I want to copy what they're playing, I will play that at half speed, because at half speed, all the notes are exactly 1 octave down, and it's a lot easier for me to understand and then transfer that back to, it's the same notes, just an octave lower. So when I play it at speed, I just take it up an octave, which for a musician is relatively easy. So let me play a little bit of him speaking at half speed.
I've had the opportunity to talk to administrators at school.
Now that's pretty slow. And then another thing that you can do, and if you're watching, like I said, an instructional video where somebody is building something or showing you a process, you may want it slower just to see what their hands are doing and match up the vocal with what they're showing you on the screen. There's another feature in here that can even add some more flexibility to that. If your students are taking notes, you probably want to have it maybe a little bit slower than normal, just so they have time to write in notes. But you see here, you also have the option under the same settings to add subtitles. And you can turn those on, auto-generated. And then as you have the speed set, the subtitles go along with the speed. So let me play a little bit of that for you.
Schools across country. And when the administrators in
Now that's awfully slow. If I take it up just a little bit,
even school board members, they have the awareness around the fact that.
So now that's slower than his regular speech, but it also slows down the text on the screen. So that might be a better place for some of your students to keep up with the reading on the screen, as well as him speaking slower. So that speed control is something on YouTube that you can use anywhere that a YouTube video is embedded. It will give you some flexibility if you want to get through some spoken text a little quicker, or if you need to slow it down to actually take some notes or get a little bit more meaning out of a presentation or a process demonstration. Hope you all will be able to use this at some point, and as always, have a great day.